on the 2018, or the 2017, whoops. This does now have a BMP trail can on it, so it's gonna sound a little different. I'm gonna be the can expert after all this stuff. The seats are definitely more firm this season. Biggest difference between the 800 and the 850 is that mid-range. It's pretty decent on the 8, but it's definitely not as crazy as it is on the 850. What a beast! Alright, so out here with Mike. He's a longtime subscriber, one of my most popular pics on Instagram of a 2019. His was in the back of his truck with a La Valley sticker on the back. You guys seem to love it. And up here with Dylan, who bought my 800 off me, so a little bit of a throwback, as you can see. There goes the riots again. Whew, I am warm.
Yeah, I got to
He's really good at blocking people in, as you can tell. No one's leaving. Alright, so let's talk about these 2020 Polarises. First and foremost, let's go over the 850 engine, because I think that's something worth noting. There was a service bulletin for the 850 that said, you know, if you have a sled that was built after December of 2019, you won't have any issues. I went over with you guys how pretty sure that's not very many 850s, but whatever. The big updates for the engine. So the one thing that a lot of the engine builders were saying was the fact that there was no retaining clip on the crank bearing was going to be a bad thing, and Polaris addressed that and did that for 2020. The other big thing that interests me is they changed the profile on the pistons, so that'll make heat disperse a little bit differently. I don't know if it's for better or for worse. I know these sleds like to be a little bit warmer for like top speed runs and stuff. I know that I'm not saying I go and take off when it's cold, but if it has a little heat built up, it definitely runs better and pulls a higher top speed. I noticed on like my first runs, I'll get like 106-ish, and then on my second like hard pull, I'll get like more like 110. So might be a plus to have that new adjusted piston profile. All right, next up, it happened. There's a Indy XC XCR. So I thought the way they would kind of market that is an Indy XCR, like with a big R on the side of it. I didn't think that they would still call it an Indy XC XCR. Kind of funny, but that's got the new Walker Evans Velocity 2 shocks. So high and low speed compression adjustable, rebound, all that stuff. Glad to see that it happened. It did mean the end of the XCR 121 in the Rush chassis. They still have XCR 137 in the Rush chassis with the Pro XC rear end, but they did get rid of it in the 121s. The only model you can get now is a Pro S. Another addition to the Indy XCs is the Indy XC 137. That's got a couple different track options. It's got the 1.25 Ice Ripper, 1.3 Cobra, and 1.5 Storm. So decent track options there. I'd probably do a 1.35 if I ordered one, just to make it like my top speed monster, because I already have the 1.6 on this sled. I don't really recognize where we are. I want to line these up. You want to do the drop? Saw about 87 out of the Arctic. Seemed to pretty much hang with that Indy XC 600. He got me out of the hole, but not too much difference on top. I mean, he definitely won. He definitely won. There's like no question about that, but he got me out of the hole a bit. This is like really slippery, so go fast. Don't like stop. It's not my fault he's stuck. Get him off the hill. Everybody should wait at the bottom of the hill for 4 hours while they contemplate what to do about that. I mean, we waited. Like, how much longer were they gonna screw around on the hill? Like,
yeah, should have got off, turned it around, yeah, went back downhill, and then tried it again.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna throw my gas cap into the woods now. The ultimate snowmobiler payback. How'd you like it on the lake, Rob? Pretty fast?
Those guys tried to hit you.
Yeah,
did you see that?
Yeah.
Those guys get off the spot. I mean, I have an idea. Why didn't they already help her?
That's what I mean. Either help her or
people are going to go by her.
Look at all these other people coming up the hill. Are they going to get swung at?
end up helping her get up the hill?
No, we switched sleds with her and then went up and then he backed it all the way down. I'm like,
He got pissed at me for going around. I was like, how long are we supposed to sit on the lake? Come on.
look, they were swinging at those guys. Huh? They're swinging at those guys. Going by. I was like, what are you supposed to do?
I mean, how long were we supposed to sit there? I was whatever.
Like watching her stuck in the middle.
I was thinking once I got to the top, I go down to help.
I know, after that, I was like, I'm not helping. I mean, it's easy. You get stuck, you go back down, you try again. You try a little faster. Yeah.
Alright, so back on the topic of the new sleds. The XCR comes with, I believe, a 1.25 option, a 1.5 and a 1.75 backcountry. So yeah, if I bought an XCR, I think I would want to get the 1.75 backcountry, which is kind of the opposite of what I said with the Indy XC 137, just because I never tried the backcountry 1.75, so I think it'd be cool. Polaris does have some extra shock options now. Once you spec your sled, if you go to the end and you click accessories, you can change the windshields and the normal stuff like that. They have QS3 is available, and another Walker Evans, I forget the name of it, but it's an upgrade over the regular ones that come on the Indy XCs and the Assaults. I wish the QS3s would come on the Indy XC 137. I couldn't seem to get them to spec out, but if they did, I would try to scoop one up and throw those on the Assault. I think it'd be kind of cool. Just to try something different. The other cool thing is, if you guys snow checked last year, you'll get a $500 discount for next year if you guys choose to snow check, and then you can get another $200 if you refer a friend. Unfortunately, everybody I know pretty much rides Polarises, so I'm sure I won't be able to do that. But still cool. It definitely incentivizes going with Polaris if I was to replace the Cat, just because I get the extra discount. 850 is still a snow check exclusive, and you get a 4-year warranty still for snow checking, so that's a cool bonus. Skidoo now does the 4-year warranty as well. I'm not sure what Cat's offering if you snow check a Riot this year, or any other Cat. The other big thing is the RMK Chaos. I don't know too much. I know they changed the rear suspension and they put the Velocity 2s on it, but other than that, I'm not a mountain rider. I'm not going to pretend I am. I think the cool thing about that is the Chaos I could see making its way to either an Assault or an SKS. You know, get some Velocity 2s on it, an upgraded package. I can't see an XCR Assault existing unless it's kind of trying to compete with the backcountry XRS, but I could definitely see an Assault Chaos. It's quite the name. Very diabolical. So yeah, hopefully that'll come in 2020 or maybe sometime after. I gotta assume Polaris is gonna be doing some sort of bodywork refresh. They didn't do it this year, but I think that might be how they keep the Pro XC rear end kind of in the loop, is by incorporating it into like a bodywork refresh. Then with the Indy, you could still get the Axis bodywork that you all know and love now. I am throwing around the idea of possibly replacing the RR, as I've alluded to in this video quite a bit. I've had my fun with it. I got the sled really cheap, so I think I can definitely get out of it and not have any trouble or lose any real money. After riding Parker's 800 with the GGB can and stuff, it'd be cool to get a sled that I'm a little more excited about. And nothing against the RR, it's just hard. It's a 600, it's an older chassis, you know. It'd be cool to get maybe like a Skidoo or an Indy XC137 or something like that, but we'll see. The deals aren't great on Skidoos. I've never had one on the channel. I know I have a lot of cat and Polaris lovers in the fans, but I like to try to keep things as varied as I can, so